In our weekly reading, the text is listing 4 categories of people who sin. Number 1 is the anointed priest. The second is the entire congregation. Number 3 is the ruler. Number 4 is the people of the land. Later on, the text is relating to a witness who sins, and if he doesn't report it, then he committed a sin. There are 3 points to relate to the text. Number 1, out of the first 4 categories, the priest, the congregation, the ruler, and the people of the land, we see that there is one that the text does not specify openly that the person sinned by mistake. And that is the first one, the anointed priest. Quite likely, assuming the anointed priest is the one who is knowledgeable, how can he sin by mistake? And the text doesn't say it. He should know, and if he should know, he should not be sinning. Point number 2, we can see that out of the 4 categories, the first 4 categories, we see that there are 3 of them. The text starts with the word if. If the anointed priest, if the congregation, if the people of the land. But for the ruler, the text does not say if, the text says when. Assuming that the ruler who has the power, he will sin. Power will bring a person to sin. Number three is the witness. And it is very interesting to note that the verse starts, if a soul sins. Why not to say, if a soul will hear something or will be witness to something, and it doesn't report it, then he is a sinner. Now, that's not what the text is saying. The text says that he is sinning, and then the text comes to specify that he heard something, he saw something, and he doesn't report it, then he is bearing his iniquity. And quite likely, one can explain it, that if a person is able to be a witness to something that is wrong, why would a person be in such an environment that things going wrong? So therefore, just to be able to be a witness, the person is already a sinner. Okay? There is one point in the text that the translation into English is a little bit problematic, and that's in regard to the ruler. You see that when I copied the translation, the text says when a ruler sins and does something by mistake. But that's not the way the Hebrew text is doing it. The Hebrew text is telling us that the ruler, the ruler who sins and he does something he shouldn't have done, and he does it by mistake, then he is guilty. Meaning there is a distance inside the sentence between the beginning when the text is specifying that the ruler is sinning, and at the end of the text is positioning the fact that the ruler did it by mistake. And the translation, which went by logic, yes, it is by logic, to put sinning by mistake. But that's not the text is saying it. The text is positioning the fact that the ruler did by mistake at the end of the verse to come and tell us that also the ruler himself should be able to know quite closely the effect and the impact of what the ruler is doing. So therefore, it's not like he will come later on and will say, oh, I did something by mistake. That's what the ruler will say later. But at the time that the person does it, the ruler does it, he needs to know. And therefore, the Hebrew text positioning the fact of doing it by mistake at the end of the verse and not right when he sins it, because it's only in retrospect he will know that he did it by mistake. Shabbat shalom.